Okay, let's get started with another, I'm going to continue with my plumbing drawing and let's see how far I can get. So we're going to do a vent system on this floor plan. I like to, what is this? That's water, that's not water. Okay, but this is going to be another. So on each one of these levels, this is my preference. On each one of these levels, I'm going to have a different system, sanitary, vent, and my water, because otherwise the view range gets discombobulated. The view range gets really, it becomes a work of art. If you're trying to show, if you're on the sanitary and usually sanitary and vent are on the same system or on the same sheet. If you have one floor plan, two floor plans, but when you start to get into above and below the ceiling, above and below the floor, and you only want to show water and you only want to show vent, and it's a nightmare. So this is just my solution to the problems that I was having when I was doing that type of coordination, and it doesn't work, guys. It just doesn't. It will work, but you're going to have to hide. You're going to have to hide this, which meaning you would have to say, for example, this, and you can right click, hide in view, right? You can hide that element, but when you let's say I'm starting it again. I want to do a vent system, but I'm going off on a tangent. So, but when you hide and you want to, let's say here, and you want to unhide. I think it's down here somewhere. Where is this one? Temporary hide, isolation, unhide, hide. It becomes a nightmare. I don't use it very much. I think it's temporary hide. I don't know, guys. But it's just, and then that's one option that you're gonna have. The other option is you can create a plan region. Here's a plan region. You can go and do this, right? Do this, do this, do this, do this, and you can create a view range for that particular plan region. That's if, let me cancel all of this. Quitting cannot be undone. Are you sure you want to discard? Yeah. Okay, so you can put sanitary sewer, you can put a vent system, you can put hot and cold water, you can put process piping, all of that stuff on the same sheet, but you will be creating a nightmare. That's just the way it is. So I usually separate my sheets out. I don't know, what was that, a test? Anyway, that's the water, and I have vent and I have sanitary for the same floor plan, because of coordinating those systems can create chaos. Let me just say that. So let's get back. So anyway, that's why I'm creating these two plans. So let's see if I can finish this. So the same with vent as you do with sanitary. With sanitary, you have to figure out how to get waste out of the building, right? How do you do that? So you go through a process, the same process that you're going to go through when you're trying to create a vent system where the air enters. You want air to have access to your, let's say, your P-trap, right? So the thing about the vent system, you have to go out of the building, but only you're going up. With sanitary, you're going down. You're trying to figure out how to go out of the building, and for vent, you're trying to figure out how to get air in the building. Okay? Now, how do you do that? You can get air in the building, but you don't want to go through the roof where people are trying to lounge around, you know, trying to walk around, have a nice party, and you don't want some 3-inch vent pipe in the way. So what you have to do is make sure of that, one, make sure it's not interfering with anything, and two, what you want to do is find a structure that you can navigate through in order to get to the outdoor air, right? Atmospheric. So here we go. That is the problem. That is the problem. Well, and that's what we're here for, right? To solve problems. Now, where is the vent going to go up? That's the problem. It can usually you want the vent to go up in this area, right? You want it to go up through your largest, let's say your largest pipe, and this is going to be a 2-inch. Or if it can't go up through your lavatory, your water closet, you have to try and find a way to go up, which is so. There are so many ways to do this, but that's part of the process, guys. It's not you go in, create a system, you go home for the rest of the day. Doesn't work like that. You have to study your drawings, your architecture drawings, okay, and find out what's the best way to get waste out, what's the best way to let air in, or what route do you take. And it can take a day or 2 or 3, but you have to study your drawings, right? So I'm going to go over and I'm going to go up. I said 10, I'm going to change this to, let's go 30, because I want to go up. I'm changing that to 30 feet, and then I'm going to apply and have this pipe, now it's going up. Now, I don't know where, at this point, I don't know how to get the air in, and that's what we are trying to figure out now, which is what you're going to have to do to try and figure out. How do you get air in? How do you get waste out? So in this vent system, I'm at a random location. Well, not random, but I don't know where I can penetrate the roof where it's going to be okay. It could be anywhere, right? It could be anywhere. So I'm going to this section, and we are here. And it looks like I'm checking for the architecture drawing. Okay, it's not on, so I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to keep my other disciplines on to see. So I'm going up, I'm in the wall here, but it looks like that's the roof. Let's do this. Okay, this is a 3D plan, and we're going up through the roof here. Okay. What's going on? Oh, I see. Okay, so we're not even worried about this. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna erase this because I don't need it. It's just a construction line, right? It's gone here. So what we're trying to do, or what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to show is you have to investigate how to let air in, right? How do you do that? So we're here, and I'm going through the roof. What I need to do is turn on the architect's drawing. Okay, so now we're on the roof, and as you can see, that pipe is coming up here, okay? So there's so many ways to do this. What you can do, you can take this, you can copy it. Let's go back. You can work backwards. Let's copy. I don't know which way it's going. Let's do this. Let's go back. Let's do this. Let's create views. Yeah, Okay, so we are here. We are here, and that's our second pipe is here, which is it's that one. So if I can continue going over, as if you can see while I'm moving, okay, that's the wrong way. Go back, up. Wait a minute, I'm on the wrong one. Now it's this one. Okay, so now we're moving toward our, let's turn this one off. I don't need this one. 2 is good. So as you can see, what we're trying to do is coordinate this pipe to go up through this wall, which is nearby, okay? And once we get, let's go back and let's up, nope, wait, nope, this one. I want to make this active so I can use my arrow keys. So down here, the arrow keys are backwards, and if I want to go left, it goes right, so that's not a good idea. You want to use your arrow keys in your plan view. So I'm going to go up, and at the same time, I'm looking here to make sure that it's going, this is where I want it to go. I want it to go where I'm coming up through the building and out, and not out in the middle of space like this guy. So let's make this active again. I'm going to go over, and I want to see how far I'm going. And active again. Let's go all the way over. Okay, so it looks like it's in. So it's in the wall space. It's penetrating through this bathroom area. Okay, on the roof plan, which is, where is the roof? This guy. Okay, so it's, where's the roof? Roof? That's the roof. Okay, so it's here, the roof level. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. Okay, minimize that. Let's go here. We know that it's, wait. I want to erase this. Delete. Okay, so that's our goal, right? So all we need to do now is tie up everything into, so that the vent is going out. We're going to tie all of this. What am I doing here? Let me get my thoughts together. So the layout, this is the roof penetration here. Okay, let's take a look at this guy and see what's going on. Let's see. Let's take a look. Right click, let's go to that view and see if we see a vent. There's our vent. Okay, and that's our pipe, right? That's what we saw. That was the door. Where is it? Okay, I think we're here. Okay, so that's that door that we just saw, right? So it's going up through the building. Okay, and that's our section. Let's create another section vent. I'm gonna go and rotate this guy. Place here, and I'm gonna go 90. And let's see. Let's go to section, and okay. Doesn't look like it's, there's no, there's a little bit of that's a beam, so it looks like it's not hitting that. But this is what you have to do before you start laying out everything. Because I mean, imagine going through this and this pipe, right? This pipe, let's copy it. Imagine that pipe was right there when you gave off the construction documents. So now you're gonna have a, I don't know, change order. You know, so it's just a good idea. It's just part of the process, right? It's part of the process to figure out to study the architect's drawing. Okay, you have to do that. So I think what I'm gonna do is, let's just gonna go and so I'm gonna create similar, draw pipe, but what I want to do now, each one of these plumbing fixtures has to have a vent. And let's go, did I draw anything? Nope. Type PI. Wait, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is vent. Let's check our view range, because what I'm trying to do, you see, I can create similar, but it's not giving me the pipe. So what's the first thing we need to look at? There's no rule to that. There's no first thing you need to look at. I don't know why I asked that question, but it's a question to be asked. What do we look at? View range. I know the vent is on our filters. Let's take a look at that. I should have looked at the view range first. Yeah. Okay. Remember, this is the last video I did that filtering. Let's look at the view range. Wait a minute. Something's not right. Four. So PI vent system to 30. No, we're gonna bring this back down to say 9. So it started at 4 and it went up to 11, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that was the view range was 411. Okay, yeah. So you see why this is 411. It's the offset and the view depth starts at 0 because it's vent. I'm not going to have vent less than 0. I'm not going to have it less than 4. So your vent system is going to start off and it's going to go up, right? That's why these 2 or 3 or 4, depending on your system, is here. And so, but I'm going to let's do this. I'm going to change this to a 1/2 inch. I mean 1/2. What is it? 1.5 inch. Okay. And create similar. So I'm going to come off. Going to go down. That's at 41, 45. That's this one. Okay, and copy. That's for the shower. This one is going to be for the lavatory. Only I need to put this one here. That's for the kitchen sink. And another copy. Well, let's go here. Copy. You can do this however you want. And I'm going to rotate this somewhere in here, and then what is that, 180? 135. 135. Let's go 135. I'm guessing. That didn't work. So we got to go another 45. Okay, so we're going here. Let's go 45. Let's go 45. And you see, when you're using these, what is this called? Rotate in place. You have to watch for these lines, because it may not be a good idea to rotate, because it may override something. So I like to, when I rotate this, I don't want any interference like this one. This one's okay. I'm going to type 45. I hope it works. Okay. Yeah. And then I'll put this right there. Okay. So that's going to be our vent system. There's another vent system coming from, it might go this way. I'll come up and go out. Come out, but I got to collect these. Okay. So I'll figure out something. Let's go back. But before we do anything, before I forget, sync. So I'm going to stop here, guys, and continue this vent system the next time. So I hope that helped, and I will talk to you guys later.